What I'm going to share with you in this video is literally the full funnel, the full blueprint to selling digital stuff online. And not knowing this has costed us so much money because about a year or two ago, Alex and I started growing a page called Lifer relatively quickly to 900,000 followers. And whilst that sounds amazing, growing 900,000 followers, there was an issue. We actually grew it quite quickly. So after posting for a couple of months, a few months, then we had this crazy growth. So we went from 5,000 followers up to like 3, 4, 500,000. I can't remember exactly, but all of that within the space of 2 to 3 weeks. And we saw all these followers coming in, amazing. But then we were like, shit, we're not making money. And so by the time we realized how to sell digital products, by the time we actually put together the product, by the time we learned all of these different components of this funnel and this business, so much time went by. Could have made so much money. And so if you're someone who has started a page and doesn't have a digital product, or maybe you started your page and you're selling digital products but you want to improve, or maybe just thinking of starting this whole digital product business, then in this video you're going to learn exactly how to sell digital products online. But if you're someone that just came here to see some animations, some edits and all that kind of stuff just to get a dopamine hit, then this video is not for you. You probably want to skip. But if you want to stick along and you're serious about doing this, then I'm going to try and give you as much value as I can. And I'm going to run through all of this as quickly as I can while still giving you as much detail as possible. And this is it. This is the full funnel. I know that there are hundreds of arrows going on in here, but I've color coded everything just so that it's that much simpler. But in all honesty, all of this is very, very simple, much easier than what it looks like. Cool. And the way these colors work is green means making money. Red means trying to persuade somebody to buy your stuff. Yellow just means nurturing. If you don't know what nurturing means, just building trust and connection with the people that you have. And blue is bringing more people to see you, to see your business, to know about you and your content. As simple as that. And so we start with the blue because, you know, people have to come and see you. That's where it all starts. And this is where probably most people sit. So if you're posting content at the moment, this is where you sit in one of these buckets. You either have TikTok, maybe you have Instagram, maybe you have both, or maybe you're doing YouTube. But nonetheless, all of these three work really well with the digital product business. And so let's start with TikTok, which is the easiest to describe. Now, with TikTok, what you can do, you make 1 minute long videos, then you will want to sign up to the creativity program. I'm sure a lot of you have already heard about this, so I'm not gonna ponder on this too much. You need to make sure you have 1 minute long videos. If you don't force it because you're trading off the quality of the video just to try and make money through this creativity program. But if the format of your video doesn't work, it's not like watchable for a whole minute. Maybe your kind of content, it just works really well for 15, 20, 30 seconds. I would say don't force it. But this is just an extra sort of income in the case that your videos are more educational, more entertaining, and they are longer format. Definitely make sure you have your creativity program in place. And then with TikTok, another thing that you can do to make money is the low ticket course of product. So you can actually attach a series of videos and you can sell that to your audience. What I would recommend doing here is just selling a lower ticket product. So maybe $3, $4, $5. And you'll understand why, but I wouldn't really sell anything above that because it's TikTok, people are scrolling very quickly. And this thing is attached to the video at the bottom, just on top of your name. So not many people are really going to care about it if it's too expensive. But a friend of ours had a series of videos teaching people a certain thing, and he priced it at $3.99. And just with that thing alone, he made like 2-3K, I believe, in a single month. But this, again, this is not where you're going to make all of your money, but this is all going to make sense. So if we keep going through, what's going to happen once those people go through your videos in that course, then you will want to prompt them to go into your landing page where you have your paid product. Another thing they can do, it's maybe you want to send them into your free product or your lead magnet and maybe not straight into the landing page. However, the reason I recommend going straight from the low ticket product into the landing page to the paid product is because they already proved to you that they're willing to spend money. So these kind of people don't need as much persuasion. They're probably ready to buy more from you. So you can try and sell them onto your higher ticket product. And that's the straight line funnel for TikTok, as simple as that. Another thing is that TikTok is probably slowly going to cripple and lead onto IG followers. So Instagram is a very, very important component of your digital business. I don't think you can really go away nowadays without Instagram unless you're simply relying on YouTube only. Then yeah, you can do that, but Instagram is a fundamental component of the funnel. Whilst TikTok, I think that's just to bring in more eyeballs. People from TikTok are not very, they don't have a high purchase intent, so it's a lot harder to convince people to buy on TikTok. And so that's why we also want to send people from TikTok onto Instagram. And so just make sure that you have your Instagram connected to it. Talking about Instagram, it's a gold mine nowadays, especially now that Reels have popped off. Highly recommend your Instagram. But if you're already on Instagram, then I'm going to teach you how to nurture your followers. As I said earlier, like hundreds of followers without a system in place or without a product is worthless. It doesn't mean anything. I'm trying to make money here. Unless you're doing this as a hobby, then you can probably skip the video. But yeah, as I said, Reels is where everybody's going to come in. Really easy way to get eyeballs. And so you want to turn those eyeballs from the Reels into IG followers. Once they turn into IG followers, you want to make sure you're posting stories and carousels. The whole premise here is consistency. This thing is going to take some time and it's going to snowball, but you need to make sure that if you start doing carousels, you continue to do carousels. If you start doing stories, you continue to do stories. And of course, you're going to keep doing your reels as well. So you need to be strategic about this. So what you want to do every now and then is to make posts or stories with a call to action at the end. And it has to be a good call to action, one that people would actually care. And you don't want to give people a link, because that's what most people do. You don't want to give people a link, especially on stories. If you put a link on your story, you're going to kill your reach, because Instagram doesn't like that. And most people, they don't trust links. So yeah, you're just wasting your reach there. What you want to do instead is to prompt people to DM you. Everything that you're doing, you want people to funnel everything into your DMs. That's where the sale cycle is going to start. People on social media nowadays, they are there for genuine connections. So that's what you want to try and do, genuine connections. And the only way you can really do that whilst still trying to sell over time is through DMs. That's a really powerful way to sell your digital products. So as I said, Reels turn into IG follows. And when somebody follows, you also want to DM them when somebody follows, especially at the beginning when your page is not that big. Once your page starts to grow and you get a lot of followers over time, you can see if you can leverage an AI to auto DM people once they follow you. But every follower is a chance to make a sale. So make sure you start that DM process and that nurturing process. And as I said, with stories and carousels, you want to make sure you have a clear call to action telling people to DM you. And make sure you add scarcity, and make sure as well that you're not doing this every single day. So you want to be a bit scarce with this. The more you do this, the less desensitized people become. People are going to start to unfollow you. You're going to look too salesy. So I would recommend within stories, I would recommend 1 to 2 stories a week where you promote things, where you have the call to action. And once you get that DM going on, so you start your nurturing process, and then again, you don't want to sell them straight away. You can do so if you want to. That's something you have to test. If you have a lower ticket product, you can afford to do that. But if you have something that goes above $50, $100, it'll probably be more worth it if you send people to a free product or lead magnet. So give something of value for free in exchange for their email. Email, as you can see, it's another box in red, because this is where you're going to persuade people through DMs and through email marketing. Those are your 2 powerful sources to close the sale. And this is not going to be a one-time sell, especially as you continue to build your digital business. You might make more products. And so if you already DM'd them in the past, or if you already got them their email and they're used to read your emails, then you can sell them all the time, over and over again. So yeah, email marketing, super important. So once they go from DM to free product or lead magnet, and you get their email, you probably have a sequence. And then at the end of that sequence, you want to try and sell them. If they don't buy, you continue to give value through email marketing, and you continue to promote your stuff like once every 2 weeks, once every month, whenever you want. But don't be too salesy on your email marketing as well. Otherwise, you're going to kill your open rate. And so, as you can see, this is what everything revolves around. You want to try and bring as many people into your DMs and as many people as possible into your free product and lead magnet. You probably want to use a landing page for this, but it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just literally anything that can collect email and can display the real value of what your free lead magnet is about. And make sure this is of real value, because a good chunk of people are going to consume this product. And if this product is not good enough, they're going to think that your paid product is not good enough neither. If you provide really good value here, then they're going to think that the paid product must be insane if you gave that much value for free. So yeah, make sure you don't skim on your free product. Make sure it's of real value. And another thing is that once you have your paid product and somebody buys that paid product, you want to try and upsell them or send them through affiliates straight away, because they are warm leads right now. They were ready to buy. They took out their credit card. You want to try and increase that AOV. So if you have upsells, downsells, affiliate links, whatever you may have, this is the best time to do it after they already purchased your paid product. And then again, as you can see in here, those upsells, those affiliate links, these can also be promoted over time through your email marketing. So now that you have their emails, it's literally a whole ecosystem, because if you just rely on top of this, you have absolutely no control. Reels might die down eventually, and so you're not going to get any more reach, you're not going to get any more followers, you're not going to get any more DMs, you're not going to get any more sales. Same with TikTok. They might change algorithm. God knows what's going to happen with these platforms. They keep changing so quickly nowadays. So you want to try and build your email marketing as quickly as you can, and make sure you give value in your emails as well. Don't make some boring emails. Don't make salesy emails. Make emails that are actually fun to read. Nowadays, you're going to find very few companies or people that are good at like sparking emotions through emails. Emails have become so boring. So make sure to add some sort of humor, some sort of emotions in your emails. Don't just sound like a robot or someone who's just trying to make money from people. The funnel is not completely over. So one thing that I haven't shown you is ads. And I guess this is a bit more advanced, and to be honest, this is where we made most of our money. As I said earlier, most of our growth came in 2 to 3 weeks. So all of the eyeballs that we got like tens of millions of views within the space of a few weeks, and we built a huge following, but we didn't have this system in place. So that's what I meant earlier by saying we could have made way more money. However, we still did manage to make over $130,000 in revenue over the course of 4 months using ads, and literally ads only. So what we did was, once we created our product, we tested it, we validated it through our social media page. We saw that some people were buying it, and we got some feedback. We improved the product a little bit, and then we started simply running ads, and this was working really, really well. So what we were doing was sending people from ads straight onto the landing page, and the paid product they buy and then upsell, and then we also get their email. So we build our whole ecosystem. However, if your product is higher ticket, especially if you're doing courses and all that kind of stuff, anything that costs above $100, you probably want to go from ads into the free product, the free lead magnet, because you're going to see very few people converting that easily onto a high ticket product straight from an ad, especially if you don't have a brand, if you don't have brand awareness. So this is a little bit more advanced, but nonetheless, ads are a really, really good way of making money. And this is a little bit more consistent. It's harder to crack it, but once you do, it's just a matter of continue making the ads, improving them a little bit, and yeah, you just keep increasing the budget as long as performance doesn't drop. And one last strategy I wanted to give you with the ads, and this is a bit more advanced, even more advanced, is to take people from the ad onto the IG follow. So what you can do is run engagement ads on your Reels, for example. So you know that you have a good piece of content that's doing really well on Reels. You can boost that through engagement with your ads. The whole strategy here is to keep feeding that fire so that you can get a lot of IG followers, because now we have a system in place. These are not just followers. We know that we're gonna nurture them with stories, with carousels. We're gonna DM them straight away. And so potentially from the ad, from the boosted content, you're potentially getting those followers, which then go into your free product or lead magnet, and they turn into a lead. And they can either buy straight away, or they might buy from you later on, because now, especially now that they are a follower, they're gonna see more stories from you. They're gonna start to learn more about you and trust you more. So the followers that you're going to generate from this boosted content through the ads might not buy from you now, but they might buy from you later on. And that's why this is a bit more advanced, because it's not as simple as paying Facebook and then getting that sale straight away, which is what we were doing. But if you do it this way, long term, it's much better, because you're actually building a long-term business. So this is up to you. There's many different ways, as you can see, of going about this whole funnel. And one last thing is YouTube. So if you're incorporating YouTube, there's no need to say that you can monetize the content that you already have. But then from YouTube, those people are probably gonna turn into IG followers. But this is gonna take a lot more time, but it's a lot more powerful. And also another thing is that on your YouTube content, you can also have a lead magnet, so you can send people straight to your landing page. You can have the link in the description, and they can get your free product. You can give value to people, and they can turn into a customer as well. And this is it. This is the full funnel. So Reels, TikTok, and YouTube all leading into your Instagram following, and then you're nurturing all that following into your DMs. In your DMs, you're gonna try and either sell people straight away, or give them your free product. And then from your free product, you're gonna take their email, and then you just build your ecosystem. That's how you build a long-term business. And depending on your situation, if you're really good at talking on camera, if you have some experience, go with YouTube. Even if you don't, it's YouTube is a very powerful source, but it's gonna take a lot more time. And if you're doing short form content, you definitely want to master Instagram. As I said, TikTok, whilst you get all of these nice followers, it's much harder to turn them into sales. So Instagram is actually a lot more powerful. If you do make TikTok content, you definitely want to make sure you have a creativity program in place if your videos are over 1 minute long. Otherwise, you try to do that lower ticket product that then leads into your higher ticket product. Otherwise, Instagram, is really what I would focus on in terms of short form content. And then if you want to try and skip the whole algorithm and social media thing, you can just go for ads. But also note that ads do work better when you have a social media presence, because now you have more trust. So your cost per acquisition, the cost for you to acquire a customer, is going to be lower, because people trust you more. And that's it. That's the full funnel. That's the full strategy and system. If you need any extra support, we have a link below where you can find a quick training, like a step-by-step on how we will go about creating and scaling a digital product business. And inside, you're going to see everything that we are teaching. So we are breaking down all of these different components. But otherwise, just take action on what I've given you today. I hope you found value, and I'll see you in the next video.